Hi, this is Tina. I'm back again today for vlog number 3. Doing vlogs to kind of pass the time with this virus going on and so on and so forth. So I decided, it got put in my heart to do vlogs. I normally try to do planner related videos, but I don't really have a lot to plan right now, although I probably will tomorrow set up my week for next week. I am working from home, so I do have some things that I have to do, and I think I'm just going to put some of my lists in my planner just so I have something in there. I guess come tomorrow night, we're being asked here in Connecticut to stay in the house, stay away from people, only go out when we have to, but basically stay home. So with that being said, my next topic is trying not to go stir crazy. Being home could probably, I don't mind being home because I had 8 kids, or I have 8 kids. They're just all grown up now. And I have always been running between dancing school, football practice, basketball practice, PTO. I was president for 3 of the schools. Up until my son graduated in 2017, the second to last son, I had been running rampant for so many years. Girl Scout leader, Cub Scout leader, Cub master, you name it, I did it, and I'm tired. So being at home doesn't bother me as much as it probably would somebody else, because I had all this stuff to do as my kids were growing up. So it doesn't really faze me too much anymore. I am in a decluttering challenge. I think I mentioned that in another video. So I'm in a decluttering challenge with the Paper and Pen Girl over on YouTube. And so I've been trying to declutter my house. It's a month-long process, project that she's put on. I was hopeful that I would actually get it done in a month, but who am I joking? So now I have a big focus for, well, since I can't really go out of the house, I'm going to really put, I have lists and lists and lists every single day. I post it on Instagram of what I've done, and I started out really strong, and now I'm kind of fizzling out because I'm tired. But I did get a lot done. Stuff that I've been putting off for a long time, I've actually got done. So now I have 2 other areas that I really need to go through that I'm kind of dreading. But I know that's will be on my list of things to do, so I don't go stir crazy sitting in the house. But things that I listed, and these are my things, not necessarily they would be your things, but first of all, just start off of making a list of things that you want to do or you wanted to do in your house that you haven't been able to get to. Make that list and start there. Even if you check one thing off a day, at least it's something done. Being that we have no idea how long this is going to last, it's probably just a good idea just to find something that will keep you busy and keep your mind occupied and off of everything else. And turn off that television. Start a hobby. Hopefully you have the stuff in the house, but some stores are still open, so you could probably go and get things. I started recently, I like to paint. I never liked to paint before, but I went to one of those paint bars. Me and my kids were going for a while, usually for birthdays and stuff like that, and we had a good time, and then we gravitated to doing it at home, watching it through YouTube and following along, and that was kind of cool. So I think I'm going to recreate a painting. Um, I think I'm going to do that this week as well and see how it turns out. If you want to know what I was looking at the original painting that I want to recreate, but I'll show it to you if I ever get it done. Read a book. Um, I do a lot of audiobooks because I travel to work. I travel an hour to work and an hour home. So a lot of times if I'm tired of listening to the radio, I will put on an audiobook. I listen to audiobooks at work. So I think in this time, being that I'm home with nothing to do, but have nothing to do, I think I'm actually going to pick up a physical book because I don't like reading on a tablet. I never got into that. I don't know what it is about reading on a tablet, but I just can't do it. I actually have to physically have a book in my hand. I'm still one of those who still read the Bible from the Bible. It is what it is. I like paper. I'm all things paper. So yeah, so I think I'm going to dig out a book, and I know which book I'm going to read. It was a book that it's called, I act like I didn't know where it was. I know where it is. We Are Called to Rise by Laura McBride. She is an author. I don't think she's like I don't know if she's a new author or not. I'm not really sure. But when I was in college, when I took some classes in a community college a couple years ago, I took a class, and in this particular class, you had to read this book. Now, the whole school, depending on what classes you had to read this book. It was called One College, One Book, and so this was the book. At the end of the year, the author was from Las Vegas, so she came to the school and so it was like a meet and greet, and we were able to talk about the book and go, she could tell us why and how and all that stuff, why she wrote the book. And most of us were in creative. It was actually, I think it was my creative writing class that I had to read but I had always planned on writing a book, and I haven't gotten to that. So I just want to reread her book again, and maybe I can start my book that I never started, that I always planned on starting. Why not now? I have nothing else to do. So that's a good thing. Read a book, a physical book, or an audio book, whatever. Take a walk. Now, I like to walk around my complex. I am the vice president of where I live. So I periodically will walk the complex anyways. This way, I can see what's out of place, what needs to, the attention needs to go and tell the manager, tell the president, whatever the case is. So a lot of times I will walk my side of the complex because the president usually walks her side of the complex. So we are able to go out and take a walk. They just tell us to stay away 6 feet. So take a walk. It's good exercise. It will get you outside. Just don't communicate with a bunch of people, and just get some exercise and some fresh air. We, however, are getting, on Monday, I hear we're getting snow. So I'm not really looking forward to that because we have gone pretty much, and if you watched my first video, I told you that I really love the winter and I love snow, but I'm so over that because we didn't get it. Now you want to give me snow when it's spring? I don't want snow now. It's not important to me. Anyways, so yeah, so we're supposed to be getting snow on Monday, which I'm not thrilled about because I don't know how much snow. I'm not even listening the last day or two to the news because it's depressing me. So I don't know how much snow we're getting, but I just literally put my shovels and stuff away the other day when I was cleaning out my shed. So, yeah, so that's that. So take a walk. Play a board game. Well, if you have kids in the house, that would be great. If you have board games, we still have board games in the house because we like to play them from time to time, not too often. We're campers, so I like to bring the board games to the campgrounds. So I do have board games here, and I just picked up actually a few other board games for at the Goodwill for camping for this season. So I picked up some, new things for the adults to play. But I do have a son that's home. Maybe him and his girlfriend will play a game of Monopoly with me this week. I don't know, but it's an idea. It's something to do. But my kids usually cheat, and I know you're going to be watching this, and yes, you cheat. Anyways, so yeah, so another thing you could do is watch a movie. I'm not a big TV person. I haven't not watched TV in a long period of time. I just recently started watching television again after since 2013. Maybe I stopped watching television. I was in college at the time, and it was distracting. So I cut out all television to myself because I was hooked on a few shows like Grey's Anatomy and The Bachelor and stuff. Anyways, so, but watch a movie. I know there's some shows on Hulu that have been advertised on regular television that I might want to check out. I don't know. So yeah, do that. Take a picture a day. I don't know, it's just something random. I like taking pictures. I am an amateur photographer. And then, no, what does my partner say to me? He calls me an inspire. I don't know what he calls me. He calls me something, a photographer, because I'm like, I'm an amateur photographer. He's like, you take better pictures than I do. I don't think he's on my YouTube. I do take better pictures than him sometimes. That's why a lot of times when he goes on a photo shoot, he will call me and tell me to come along so I catch all those shots that he does not catch. So actually, the photo a day, I think I am actually going to take out my camera and play around with it. I have not really had the time to take any pictures. We used to have a studio. Well, it was his studio and I would just use it. But we closed the studio a few years ago. So I just been really lax about taking pictures. I'm supposed to have a photo shoot with a girl for her prom pictures. She wants before prom pictures taken, just in her gown or whatever. But I don't know, with this virus thing going on, I actually have to get in touch with her aunt and see if that's going to still happen. I also have a wedding that I am shooting in May. We'll have to see about that as well, how that's going to play out. But I have not touched my camera. My camera is screaming for me, and so I might, go out and take a picture a day. But you can use your cell phone. Cell phone cameras, when I go to buy a new new cell phone, that's the first thing I check out to see how well the camera works, because I could really care less about anything else on my phone, but I really need for my camera to work. I talked about sort of kind of organizing a section of your house. Just pick a section a day to work on. This is my problem. I have a list. Okay? So this is day 21, and I have a list. So my list doesn't consist of, okay, well, let's check out the living room. Let's go through my craft supplies that I actually have sitting here in my cart in my living room. And that's a long story, but it's in my living room now. So instead of staying in one particular place, I find myself bouncing. So if I pick up something here that actually belongs back there, and then I go back there, and then I start something back there, and then I end up in another room, and I fight myself instead of just finishing where I started. So today I pretty much did everything that was on my list that I wanted to do in my living room. I had my dining room table has become my craft area. It has become my home office now that I'm working from home. So I tried to organize everything so it wasn't, so I could actually sit down and eat today. That's what I organized. So yeah, so organize a section of your house and do it every day. And if you have a difficult task to do in your house, I say work 15 minutes at a time. You can get a lot done in 15 minutes and it doesn't overstress you because you're just doing an area for 15 minutes. And if you do 15 minutes a day, and I really need to take my own advice, I'm going to tell you that right now. If you do 15 minutes a day, even by the end of the week, you're going to see some type of progress. Tomorrow I'm going to do 15 minutes a day of paper clutter. And it's in the back bedroom that I need to clean out. I have tons of, I have to put that on my list. I need to find a place to shred. I do have a little paper shredder, but it will take me forever to shred all the paper that I have. So I want to find a place that will shred all the paper and it won't cost me an arm and a foot. So I need to do that. I need to handle the paper stuff. But it's going to be very difficult. I'm sorry if you hear my washing machine. I'm actually washing clothes very late. It's just the way it happened today. But yeah, so I hope that you get some things accomplished. I hope you find a list that will make you happy and come up with something creative. If you have anything on your list that I didn't mention, because I just mentioned things that I like to do, but if you have anything on your list that you'd want to share with me, please leave it in the comments below. If you're still here at this point, you actually liked what I said, or you were just curious where I was going with it, but nonetheless you're still here, please subscribe to my channel, give me a big thumbs up, make sure you comment below so I know that you were here, and let's not let this get us down. So until tomorrow, when I'll have another fun topic, and again, if you have a topic for me to talk about, leave that below too, because I love to talk. So have a good one and keep your spirits high. Bye.